So here's another question I got asked by one of my clients, which is, what makes a great coach? Now, if it's a coach or a trainer or a mentor, you're here for a reason. You're here to serve people and you're here to make a difference. So there are numerous amount of skills that you actually can master to become a fabulous coach. One of the main things is experience, but that doesn't fall under the 5 main skills that I'm going to be talking about. This is Diya Asrani here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And I want to talk more about or in depth about the 5 skills that we need to master in order to be great coaches or trainers or mentors. So the very first thing that I feel that is at the top of my list is empathy. Now, when you are, empathetic, you are also somebody who is feeling what the other person feels. So you are literally getting into their shoes and understanding that this is their problem and you're here to help them. Remember, I told you in the beginning of the video, you're here to serve. So if you are going to be calling yourself a trainer or a coach or even a teacher or a mentor, you are here to serve the person. So when you serve the person, you're giving them your value, you're giving them value that they would want to look out for through the way you feel would work best for them. So that's why I feel it's something that, it's like a skill that you need to master, and a lot of coaches in the industries, in various industries, they lack this one skill of being empathetic. And there's nothing wrong in feeling what the other person feels, because that is what is going to get you your business in the end. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 would be creative thinking. Now, creative thinking is something that I strongly believe in to be a skill, because a lot of people take information from Google, take information from others' blogs, put it together, and then they literally copy the same sequence, or they copy the same copy, which is the way people have expressed themselves, the way people have told about that particular the topic or anything that you have understood, but you're not ready to convert into your kind of information. So creative thinking is when you pick a topic and you convert it into your version. You make it your version so that people will know that this is your version of the topic, not something that has been copied from Google or copied on the blog or just been followed by somebody. It is in the end information that is there, information that is said, and information that has been told about many times, but it is also information that you need to own. And that's how you do it through creative thinking. So it could be through stories, it could be through the way you do activities in your sessions. It could be the way you put across a concept in a different way. Probably another coach would be very different in terms of how they put across a certain idea or a concept. But your concept or your way of putting the idea would be completely different and completely unique. Okay, so you need to find that change. You have to find that creative aspect of how you want to tell people what you do and how good you are at what you're doing. The third skill that I would like to talk about is mastering your image. Now, this is something that is, a lot of people say that why would people look at my image to understand whether I'm a coach or I'm good at what I do, or look at my credibility. I would rather look at my credibility than look at the image. But in the end, what is going to happen is that people will first look at you, they will relate to you first visually, and only then they will see your credibility factor, or how much experience you have or how good you are at what you do. All the communication, that is the verbal communication, the written communication, comes well after the non-verbal communication. So you have to understand that your image, if you walk the talk, automatically people are going to relate to you and say, okay, this is somebody I would want to work with. So it's not about how attractive you look or how great looking, or you don't have to be a model or an actress or an actor or a celebrity where you get there and you say, okay, I need to look this good. You can be your normal self, but there are certain things that you can manage in terms of your image that would get people to understand that this is what you do. So if you're a leadership coach, for example, you have to look like a leader. If you are somebody who's into parenting, like a parenting coach, you have to look like a parenting coach. If you are an image consultant, you have to look like an image consultant. You can't call yourself an image consultant and then say, I'm not manage my own image. So it's a very, very important aspect and an important skill in terms of how you want to be a very different kind of a coach, a next level coach. So people can relate to you and come back to you and say, okay, I worked with this person before, so I definitely know how things are going to work with this person in the future. Then my fourth skill for you is body language. Now, non-verbal communication in terms of the way your image is and in terms of your body language are two different things, but they all work hand in hand. So when you talk about body language, it's just how you portray yourself in front of a crowd. So it's not only that, okay, if I write a nice email or if I put down a nice blog, people are going to relate to me. They are going to see the non-verbal aspect of how you are in terms of your body talking. So whether it is your expressions, whether it's your smile, whether it is your whole body language in the sense, your hand gestures, the way you move, the way you talk, the way you walk, and so on and so forth. So that way, your body language is something that people will say, okay, straight away that, okay, her body language shows or his body language shows that he can do much more. Okay, he's a great coach or she's a great coach. So it's just that when people are visually relating to you, they have to actually have like a checklist where you say, okay, facial expressions done, image done, good, great, the coach is great. Or hand gestures, okay, they don't look like they are very reserved and they want to not really, they're holding back, they don't want to really tell much information, they are more open-minded about many things. So that is something that will get you to build a rapport with your client and help them achieve what they want to achieve from you. Now you could be a whole book of knowledge. You could be somebody who has a lot of information, lot of knowledge, lot of experience. But that is not valid if you don't show it. That is not valid that if you don't show, if you don't walk your knowledge, okay, in terms of your image and in terms of your non-verbal communication or body language. Yeah. And my final skill for you for a great coach is self-awareness. You have to first understand who you are as a person. Okay, your story, where you come from, what you have been through, all the good and bad. Okay, nothing like sharing your experiences and being more authentic when you're talking to your clients, because they also need to know that you are not God, but you're there to help them because you know that this is your job. Okay, and someday you have also experienced something like that. So they say, when they say that oh, we are traveling on the same boat, or we have been through similar experiences. There's so much of rapport and relation that connects over there that you don't really need to look beyond that person. So the kind of connection that you're creating as a coach is something completely different. It's something completely special for that client. Once they relate to you, it's just bang on. They just straight away know that, okay, she's also been through it or he's also been through it. So I'm more happier. I'm in safe hands. The minute you throw that boundary in and say, I'm not going to share anything about myself, I'm not going to be open about certain things, I'm not going to work on my image, I'm not going to be empathetic, it's all down the drain, guys. It's all down the drain. So if you are a coach or a mentor or a trainer, you are a people person automatically. You don't have to be an extrovert. Okay, you can be an introvert. But at the same time, if you love your job and you love helping people, this is for you. And that's why these 5 skills are so important. There are, and I would like to repeat again, there are a lot more skills that you need to master. But these are the 5 main skills that cover pretty much everything that a coach needs. Knowledge sharing, experiences, the way you have done things, your whole process, the productivity, all that is actually secondary. Because what they need to see you is you as a person. It is you first and then your brand second. So this is Diya Asrani signing off from this video. I hope I answered this question and I hope it made a lot of sense in terms of how you can be a great coach with these 5 skills. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the button below, and I will share more information related to personal branding or anything related to image consulting, soft skills, and you yourself as an awesome brand. I will see you there. Bye.